Okay, big step. We're going to be putting the dashboard in and all the ancillaries at the back over here, they're going to be going in. It's a big step for us because we can't put the front module, the front inverter and motor system in without doing the dash, because it all pushes through and it mounts over here, which blocks everything else up. So we've only got a couple of things that we're a little bit concerned about, which is the speakers. They need a little clean up. We're going to pop them in. If they work, great. If they don't, we'll take them out. And we're just taking away all the protection that we've had at the beginning. So it's a structural component. So the left to the right part of the chassis got a carbon fiber beam with a lower leg. And you saw Callie's put that piece in there that had deteriorated and broken off. So that's been put in, and that's your base lower connection point. And let's do this. Let's get that dash inside.
Right. Hold on. There's a cable here. Needs to come out of the way.
That needs to be, yeah, that goes in the back of the doobree.
What, that cable?
That cable goes into the back of the box that sits on top of the steering lock.
Yeah, because is it electronic?
Yeah.
I don't know how far that yoke goes through there.
It goes through Cuddy to where the pinch bolt only allows it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So that steering back's got to come back a long way then.
Yeah, it's got to go.
But it can't. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, then
Yeah,
that side's got to come through and meet it.
It
then.
goes to there where the hole's off.
Yeah, that's it. That's where it sits. Right there.
Is it worth getting a couple of bolts to hold it?
He's got his arms in the way now. It's just
Oh,
held
sorry,
there.
go on.
No. Would you want to put the other two in? Or do you want it so you can move it a little bit?
Yeah, just leave it where it is. Should be fine. That is a lot of paint on there.
Okay.
And that spline does not want to line up. Ah, no, it's almost like that wants opening out a bit more.
In the end with a bit of wood and a hammer.
Yeah, go for it.
Ready?
Yep. Keep going. Keep going. And again. Just keep going until I say stop. Right there, do ya? So this is a yaw sensor. So for those of you who are unaware, think pitch is how your nose ups and down, yaw is left and right, and roll is side to side. All right, the more you know. Ali's Tech Tips. Metal rubbing metal causes a lot of heat.
go in before that.
Yeah, the grill.
Right, if you find some, look, 1, 2, 3, 4 there.
Oh no, that needs to be a long one in there.
Do you want a long one?
Yeah, it needs to be.
They come further up.
In the back of them, at least 2 of them.
This one here,
3 of them.
this
4 of them.
One goes into the. One goes through.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No. 1, 2, 3. There's only 3. So
So
that one looks
big
like
yellow one.
goes on there. That way around, do we reckon?
Do the middle one first, it'll make your life easier getting that little.
Plug in. Look, it doesn't plug into anything. No, it's way too wide for that.
It's got a little retaining screw on the back there as well.
That definitely goes in there.
Yep,
And that clips onto there.
yep. And then
Oh.
that little one goes in the end.
That don't go in there. Not for Shazmas. Where does this one go? And then where does this go? This has to go somewhere.
They may very well go up to the clocks.
Wait.
You've got more on the bottom.
9.
Ah.
9,
No.
9. So there's no connection. It's a 3-pin. I'm looking for a 3-pin. 3-pin connection. Right, rest it on here for now. We will consult the imagery.
991.646.313.02 is a PCM microphone. So that is for your hands-free kit. So
Yeah.
when you're talking, so that's going to be close
Yeah.
to the steering wheel, because that's kind of where your mouth is in.
So it's going to be
So it's either going to be on the side
down
of
there.
this. No, you've got the connection.
That connection goes down the bottom.
Steering pot. Yep.
Right, so
So-
what's on the top?
Booyah! Little vented piece where your voice travels through like magic, but does it
Okay.
clip in?
Well, one
'Cause I'm
would-
gonna look like a
one would
right
hope
Wally.
So. Now, is it
It's going to be that way.
foam piece in or other way round?
I would say to stop muffling, foam piece towards the vents.
Oh, that. Oh,
Is it all?
yeah.
Should we try and snap it in?
Go on, give it a little
Ooh,
bit of pressure.
ooh.
Don't be too scared.
Right, so it clips in that way first, and then, booyah!
Oh, that's sensational.
Right.
Can't see where it goes. You got it?
Got the bottom.
Right, I'm on the top.
There's the cable. There's the plug. It's got a little tab on it to make sure that you don't get it in the wrong. Yeah.
Oh, Callie.
But to get that bottom shroud on, you need to. Oh, you've already opened up the clamp for the.
Yeah.
Right. Just ease it on. Ease it on.
That's it.
We're away,
And
lads.
that goes on, and then you slide it backwards.
Hold on. It's got to fit those teeth over
Yeah,
the top
got-
there.
push it on, and it should slide. No, go on. Oh, sensational.
I ain't done yet. Yeah! Let's go.
Right.
Do you know what this is, Jacob?
So the firewall.
Yes, it's a load of heat shielding between the engine, which sits right behind it, that's really hot, and the fuel tank sits behind this. So you kind of want to keep those two separate. No one likes really hot petrol,
Unless you're Tavares.
unless you're Tavares. for the door locks.
Are you putting the other bolts in there?
On here?
Yeah, in there.
No. So that's where the door lock sits, and we don't want to put that on until we've got the sill protectors on. And we can't put the sill protectors on until we get the water pipes and the brake pipes back. So this is the high voltage battery for the hybrid system. It's about 400 volts, which is enough to turn my entire body into if we get it wrong. It's quite a hazardous step. We're going to lift one side of the tub up because we haven't got enough clearance to slide it under, but once that's out the way, we're going to move a jack stand, slide it in, lift it up, and start connecting it up. And that is the really, really dangerous part because there's lots of electrical connections on the back which could fry me.
Okay, so update on 918. We're in October. What's the date? October 20 something? 17th of October. So got the car in January, processed everything, but we had to have a bit of a wait because we were analysing parts and waiting for parts. So we now have enough bits to have completed the interior. The only thing we don't have is a left-hand speaker to finish off the speaker grille, but everything else is going inside the car. So we're just about to put the sun visors on. We can't put the rear view mirror on there until the front windscreen's been put back on. Things like this, the lock system, this is part of crash protection, so when the door flies off, this protects the door from flying. There's a pad to go on here. I'm going to do that next. That one's already on there. The speaker system's all been put in, and then there's some covers that go over the top, which are really beautiful. So they did a lot of processing. They got quite damaged with water, and these kind of got a bit corroded in the speaker areas. But look at the detail, and look at these parts. It's so well. It's just a jewel. I love the way that Porsche make things. I mean, really, really love it. Some speaker grills like these have been repainted and cleaned, so they're all looking lovely. Around the front, it's quite a detailed area. So this is a pump that supports the brake system, so it doesn't have a standard vacuum like you have on an intake on an engine. So it has to use a pump to do the vacuum process to assist with the braking. This is the ABS system from Bosch. It's quite small. It's a motorsport system. It's rubber bush mounted, as you can see. And these are the tops of the anti-roll bar. So the anti-roll bar goes across there. But we're not going to install it now. And things like this here. This is a tyre pressure monitoring. It's an interface plug for, I can't remember what that's for, we're going to find out. And these are the air compressor to lift the front and lower the front suspension. It's made by Wabco. So I use two systems on cars, one from Wabco, another one's from an Italian company. The Italian company makes the bits for the Murcielago front lift system, but Wabco is very popular. It was on the Tesla that we took apart. Over here is a cooler for the air conditioning system. So in order to take the dash out, you actually have to take out the air conditioning connection point at the front here. And this is the charging point, the air conditioning. The air filters in, plus its cassette holder. The top of the dashboard has gone in. And around this side, you can see we're getting ready to mount the 12 volt voltage system. And I can't remember how it mounts. Does it mount here? I'll find out soon. I'll have to look at my car maybe. So that's just sitting down there. This is the other side for the other damper. Some brake lines all ready to go. Some actuators, some brackets. They're not too bad, but they're ready to be mounted to the suspension front module. Going across here, I've installed the safety systems for the airbags and for the side impact sensors, but I need two new sensors. Inside here, the footwell's been put in, which is beautiful. and a carpet mat. So we're just putting some carpet mats to protect the car at the moment, and that sits on like that. And we just protect ourselves because these are for where the seats go on, and it pokes in your bum. That's Tom's very famous light. We'll put Tom's famous light there. Around the back here, another set of speakers have gone in. All the dash dials have been put in, which is really great. They were an absolute mess. So we had to strip them apart completely, polish all the dial inners, paint all the surrounds, reassemble it, and fingers crossed it'll work. There is the centre tunnel, which we're going to put in next. Coming around the back here, you can see that we put the rear panel to cover the fuel system. This was a foam piece that the rat ate because it was left in a situation where we had some rodent infestation. So that's done, and the wires that were damaged have been replaced. All the modules at the back to connect the midsection to the front section are prepared. Everything's been cleaned, so it's as new. This is the mount for the inverter, which we're going to be putting on next. These are vent pipes that are ready to go as well for the installation onto the engine cradle. So we're a bit disappointed at the moment because there's 2 water pipes that are damaged, and they were damaged when we were bringing the car into the building. So it took a day to unload it from the trailer because the wheels didn't move, and it took 1 more day to transport it all the way in here and position it onto into the bay. And we had to use a forklift truck, and sadly the forklift truck damaged the rear end at some point during that journey. And those 2 water pipes, Porsche don't make them anymore, and we've requested to make them, and they're still trying to find a supplier. So Monday I'm going to go to Angler Fabrications right in the back and see if they can repair them or sleeve them or something, because I don't think they'll ever come from Porsche. There are also some large pipes down the side of the car which have got some dents and dinks in them. I just want to check that they're okay, or just put a little bit of weld on top of them. So that pipe there is a little bit, and I know that's going to take forever to come from Porsche. So we want to fast track anything that we can. So we've been really lucky with this build. We managed to repair pretty much everything. Anything we can't repair, it's kind of a hoping game that the parts will arrive. So the rear wing assembly, I've just ordered all of that, all the actuators, the stands, the hydraulic system. I mean, it's 30 to 35,000 pounds worth of parts minimum. They're on their way now while they're being ordered. So fingers crossed they'll arrive. If they don't, I'm going to be very sad. And I don't particularly want to try and repair those parts because they're very intricate, and some of the parts I just can't repair. Well, I can, but this car needs to go back to exactly OEM spec and sent back to Porsche for final inspection. Going on to the engine area, not much really to report. You would have seen the other video that we did which showed the behind the scenes of me and Tom putting this structure together. We've taken this all apart. And the reason we're taking it all apart is because we're making a final decision on the front wishbones. Do they need to be upgraded to the new version, or is the new version the wishbones we've got over here at the moment? All the bolts you've seen in one of the shorts, it's about £5,000 worth of titanium and high tensile bolts. They're on the drawers ready to go. So we can't really put the old wishbones on and bolt them up to the right tensions and mark them and certify them, because if we have to replace them with updated wishbones, which we're still waiting from an answer from our local dealer, then we're going to have to throw all those titanium bolts away and start again. It's another £5,000. So we're in a bit of a poor situation. Have a look at the wishbones. The wishbones are here for the front. Some of the bolts are old, but so we've used them just to position things. But obviously these will all be replaced. We don't know whether these are going to be the ones to use, as in they may have been superseded. They do have a part code. I'm just getting them checked. I don't want to put them back on the front module unless we're 100% satisfied that these are the ones that we can actually use. Because these titanium bolts, once you use them and tighten them up, you undo them, you've got to buy new ones. So I'm a little bit nervous about that, but we'll find out in the next couple of days what's the story on that front. The rear end is pretty much ready to go. Some wiring to be clipped on. Some of the buzz bars, well, they're called grounding bars. These connection points have been put back on. Tom's done those. That's one side there with some, but you can see it over here. You can see there. So let me talk about the internal structure of this chassis. Another colleague or friend of ours is building his 918 over in America. His was very burnt. It was the car actually I tried to buy as well. I'm a bit disappointed I didn't get it because it would have been an easier build for us. I just wanted to explain just some of the details inside the way this rear structure is done. So when Porsche made these parts, they have got these fiberglass components here. So they have an internal mold jig where they bond these lugs in, and they've got a sacrificial fiberglass component. What that does is stop galvanization or conductivity between metal parts and the chassis, because once that happens, it starts rusting bolts and damaging internal componentry. So the detail that Porsche have gone through to make castings like this. So this is one of the engine mounts. That's the second one. We have an intermediary mount which stops the rock of the engine. That's bolted onto the electric motor position, which is around here, but you can do that in the B-roll. And then you've got one more large structure over here, which is holding the gearbox back end. So it's very different to the way that's not been bolted in finally. But I just want to reiterate how complex inside is as well as the outside, because of this machining of fiberglass componentry. They've obviously learnt it from historic cars, or other cars have galvanization issues. We've been looking at the rear structure for our next hypercar that we're going to be building. I'm going to show you soon. And we're trying to work out what the patent is on the rear frame. It looks like there isn't any patent on having a rear chassis frame anymore. However, Porsche seem to have a patent on the air ducts or the air intakes being integrated into the rear structure. So that is their patent lead at the moment. So we're trying to work on our next hypercar, which is the next one after Imperium, which we're doing at the moment, which is very exciting. We're just learning about how these guys have done things. So the main reason why you're saying, well, hang on, Arash, why are you building other people's cars? Well, this is part of Arash Technologies, which is the technical or research division or special projects. So the company's split into two. Arash Motor Company, where we make our sports cars. You can see our new sports car soon. And the technology division, which is where we can do anything we want to with other projects such as this. This is an event horizon car. It's unlikely we'll ever get to have a car like this to work on because of its situation. But it is just brilliant to see how the best of the best engineers have put things together, such as these buzz bars, sacrificial fiberglass components, 3D printed parts inside this car, carbon inserts, aluminium inserts. It's a real jewel. And then we're really looking forward to putting the engine back in the car if I can solve the problem of these two water pipes which are banging around somewhere. I can't see. Oh, they're back on they're here. Yeah, they're on here. So sadly, you can see that's been crushed here, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm going to try and see if Angler Fabrications behind us next door can either straighten them out or put a sleeve on them or swage them and put a rubber connector, because I just don't think they're ever going to arrive from Porsche, sadly. I am a little bit concerned about the rear wing structures, but we'll cross that bridge as we get there. Callie and Tom are just finishing off the beautiful parts of the car, which is the sun visors. Now, the sun visors were an important marketing point of Porsche. When we went round to visit the factory, they had an area that they were doing all the leather work for the car that was quite specific to their sort of presentation campaign to show how everything's handmade and beautifully done. So the two sun visors here were the highlight pieces that they presented. It's looking pretty good, isn't it, Callie? I like this. This car actually looks now like a car. It looks cozy. It looks shiny. It looks lovely. It looks like, well, people say to me, what's it like to drive this car? It is extreme. It's the fastest car out there. 0 to 200, this thing is rapid. It's got 3 engines, well, 2 electric motors and a petrol engine. So it's got 3 drive units, and they're all super light. But it drives like a Panamera, or a 911 when you want it to be. It's very quiet. It's got all the creature comforts in there. It's got the best Apple, CarPlay sound system. It's got a Burmeister car sound system. And it's got beautiful dials to give you all the information you need. It's got tire pressure monitoring, lap timer, G monitor. It's got everything a 911's got in there. It's got beautiful mood lighting. The door lighting is fantastic. It's, as I said, quiet when you want it to, and it's got this great steering wheel. You can switch it into hot lap, sport mode, hybrid, E mode. Pretty amazing setup for essentially a hypercar, or as I like to call it, a toy of pure enjoyment and joy. So it's going to be next week. We know what we're doing in terms of the engine. We've got a few more parts to go in. I think we've had a very good week. Thanks for listening in and joining me on this amazing journey for this particular car. There is multiple projects. You can watch the other videos. We've got the Turbo S, we've got GTS, we've got AF8 builds, we've got the new hypercar build, and we have got a new GT3 RS coming, and one more GT3 RS coming in, which is my own personal one, and we're going to do the biggest carbon fibre kit I've ever done on it. Enjoy and see you soon.